Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am Dr. Sana Jabin, working as an assistant professor in Department of Botany, Division of Science and Technology, University of Education, Lahore. This is the 22nd lecture of the course Mycology and Plant Pathology, and this lecture is about deuteromycetes. In our syllabus outline, this is the last part of the fungal systematics. Let's start with the introduction and general characters of this group. The class Deuteromycetes is a heterogeneous group of unrelated species in which sexual reproduction has never been observed. It is often referred to as fungi imperfecti because their only known reproductive mechanism is asexual. Since mycologists refer to the perfect phase of a life cycle as the phase in which sexual reproduction occurs. This group includes asexual ascomycetes and other asexual fungi, including members of Basidiomycota. These fungi may have lost their sexual phase through the course of evolution. Alternatively, biologists simply may not have found the appropriate environmental conditions to observe the development of the sexual phase of their life cycle. So, if their sexual reproduction is unknown or absent, then the members are included in this group, which is the deuteromycetes. Let's talk about its habitat. Conidial or anamorphic fungi, that is the fungi which are based on the asexual life cycle, are found in the same habitats where their sexual relatives grow. This means that the vast majority are terrestrial, although a number of species do occur in marine and freshwater habitats. Nutritionally, the majority of deuteromycetes are saprobes of weed parasites of plants. A number of species are parasitic on other fungi and lichens. In addition to the saprobic and parasitic lifestyle, some species often trap and consume nematodes. Some species form lichen association, and also there are some mycorrhizal farming species that form symbiotic association with the plants. They are also known as endophytes of angiosperms and gymnosperms. Many deuteromycetes fungi are of great importance to us because they are parasites that cause serious diseases of plants and animals, including humans. The chemical activities of deuteromycetes also are of direct importance to humans. Some are used in the commercial production of certain chemicals, including antibiotics, for example, Penicillium species. Other species of this genus and many other genera are important in processing and flavoring foods. Many species are responsible for the degradation of foods, including decay, and they rot different types of wood. molds on grains and vegetables and on fruits. So these are also included some decaying fungi. These fungi also poison the food materials of humans as well as domestic animals. There are some terms which are associated with the reproductive states. Some ascomycetes produce more than one type of spores in its life cycle, and this state is called pleomorphy. Certain fungi have lost the ability to reproduce sexually, and some reproduce sexually only on occasion after the death of their host plant. Such organisms are seen only as asexual fungi. Holomorph is the term that is used to describe a fungus in all its states, including the sterile mycelium, that is the vegetative state, and the sexual as well as asexual reproductive states. So holomorph includes all states of reproduction. Teleomorph is a meiotic sexual morph that produces ascospores and basidiospores depending upon the fungal groups with which they belong. And the teleomorph is also termed as the perfect stage. Anamorph is the mitotic or asexual state, also termed as the imperfect state. It is used to describe a conidial fungus in the complete absence of a sexual state. Another term is the orphan anamorph. It is used for these asexual forms that have obvious connections to the sexual fungi with similar anamorphic states. Synanamorphs are those that produce several types of conidia and lose the ability to reproduce sexually. So these are all the terms which are associated with the reproductive states, and in Deuteromycetes we study only those fungi that reproduce merely by the asexual means, that is mostly the anamorphic forms are included in this group. Now move towards the nomenclature and classification of Deuteromycetes. International Code of Botanical Nomenclature allows for a system of separate names for the teleomorph and each different anamorph or the sexual morph. In this way, anamorph of sexual species and their obvious closely related asexual relatives may bear the same genetic name. Due to a large number of species in Deuteromycetes, ICBN was amended in 1981 by the addition of Article 59 to allow teleomorphs and anamorphs of ascomycetes and those of basidiomycetes to be named separately. The name of the holomorph, that is the species with all its reproductive forms, is that of the teleomorph. That is the name of the holomorph and the teleomorph would be the same. It is important to note that these capabilities were unknown at the time of where the code was modified. This table shows some common names still in use for some artificial groups of fungi derived from previously used formal taxonomic names for the Deuteromycetes. And here you can see the common name, which is Colomycetes. The organisms in this group produce conidia, and they also produce in the pycnidia or the acervuli. These are the spore bearing or the conidia bearing structures. Hyphomycetes, in which conidiomata do not produce. Moniliaceous species are those in which hyphae and the conidia are hyaline or of pale colors. So this group is classified on the basis of the presence of the colors. Dematiaceous species are those that produce hyphae and conidia. Both or either one is darkly pigmented. So this is based on the presence of pigments. Stibaceous species are those in which cinemata are produced, while the mycelia sterilia are those in which there is no production of conidia. Since 1981, a number of new ultrastructural, physiological, and biochemical characters have been discovered, and these characters distinguish ascomycetes from basidiomycetes. In addition, using phylogenetic analysis of DNA characters, we can do much better. Phylogenetic classification of asexually reproducing fungi now commonly uses molecular systematics. Phylogenetic trees are constructed from the comparative analysis of DNA sequences such as ribosomal RNA, or the multi-gene phylogenies may be used to infer the relationship between the asexually reproducing fungi and their sexually reproducing counterparts. With these methods, many asexually reproducing fungi have now been placed in the tree of life. So, the deuteromycetes are no longer classified in the hierarchical system. ICBN Article 59 was abolished in the 2011 update of the International Code of Nomenclature for Algae, Fungi and Plants. However, because phylogenetic methods require sufficient quantities of biological materials, that is, it required the spores or the fresh specimens that are from the pure fungal cultures. That is, there would be no any contamination. And for many asexual species, their exact relationship with other fungal species has yet to be determined. Under the current system of fungal nomenclature, teleomorph names cannot be applied to fungi that lack sexual structures. Classifying and naming asexually reproducing fungi is the subject of ongoing debate in the mycological community, still in process. This is all about this lecture. For further reading, please consult the book Introductory Mycology by Lexopoulos and co-authors. You can also follow this link for the details related to the code of nomenclature. Thank you very much.